I have a special situation. I work with this one contractor. He's like a flipper. He takes homes that are, um, in, I don't know what you call them. He
He's a
buys them.
he's a
He buys
flipper.
them. He's a
Okay.
flipper.
Okay.
Now I'm working on the third house with him. The
Okay.
first two I sold. The third one, he's saying in this market, I can sell it myself because he doesn't want to pay the commissions. I said, well, aren't you going to pay the commissions to the buyer agent, who brings you a buyer? He said, yeah, but I can list this myself. So any words of wisdom, because I've been through just about every line possible
Have you
to
done
get him.
deals with him before, Diane?
Yeah, two.
Two deals. Okay. And so here's what I would tell him. I'd say, well, listen, I'm going to say a couple of things. Number one, and so Diane, you have to say it in your order with your language based on your relationship, etc. So I'm going to give you concepts. So first of all, as a flipper, he's a business person, and he should understand a very powerful and important strategy about business. And that is you have a network of people that you like and trust that you work with. You have a plumber, you've got an electrician, so you have a crew that you rely on. And and I'm going to guess, the people that you rely on, is a lot of it probably has to do with their integrity. Like, you can just trust them. Plus, they do good work. Now, it's not okay when it serves you to kill off people or to get another deal with somebody else and expect the loyalty back. So loyalty is a two-way street. So my point here is, we've done two deals together. You were successful with those deals. Even if it was true that you wouldn't need me to help you, I don't know if it's the best business decision that when things are hot that you discount me, but then, because then when you might need me in the future, I may not be there for you. That's just a business philosophy. But here's something else that I just want to say, is that when it comes to working with or getting a house sold, you're right, the market is hot. But it's hot because realtors are making it hot, not because for sale by owners making hot. See, every house that's still sold, over 90% are still being sold through realtors. And there's a reason why. It's because selling a house is more than just finding a buyer. There's a whole other process that goes into putting a deal together. And what you may want to show him, Diane, is that monopoly board. There's that monopoly board that we created I think it's in the prospecting section, that shows that selling a house, it's not just getting the offer and going to contract. There's a whole other set of steps to make sure that the deal goes from contract to closing. So yes, you can probably find a bunch of people interested in your house, but you're going to have these buyers. They're going to be represented by the agent. You're paying the agent. Have you heard me do the attorney analogy and going to court, Diane?
I don't recall.
All right. So, Diane, if you were going to get sued by somebody, would you go to court without an attorney?
No.
No, you go hire somebody, right? But
Right.
Let's say you did. Let's say you went to court by yourself. We already know that's a bad move. But let's say, in addition to that, you actually paid the attorney fees for the person who's suing you. Would you do that?
No.
No, of course not. Yeah, I know you had to pause because you're like, that's the silliest thing in the world.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what this guy is doing when he sells them himself. See, every agent that he deals with is not representing him. That agent is representing the buyer. So what this guy is going to be doing as a FSBO is paying a licensed, trained agent to work against him. How absurd is that? If he's willing to pay that portion of the sale, why doesn't he pay the other half of the commission and have an agent represent his best interest with any other agent that brings a buyer to them? See, I'll negotiate my commission for you. I'll work for free. Why? Because I'll be able to do things that you can't do on your own because you're working with an agent who's not got your best interest in mind. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. I even explained to him that in this hot market, that's the main reason why he would want an agent, because you have multiple offers. You have to get them all listed. You have to vet all the people. I said, are you willing to do all that? So I think he's just looking at the dollar signs. And
Yeah, but he's got to be smart about what he's doing, right? Yeah, he could probably put it out there and get a lot of activity with it. But what happens, because he's doing it himself as a for sale by owner, he gets all these people, and then he gets tied up with somebody who couldn't afford the house that were free. By the way, here's something else too. In real estate, the other reason why people don't do this, what he's thinking about doing, is because there's so many other land side, there's so many other problems he could be faced. I'll give you, for instance. So let's say he doesn't have a listing agreement. He puts it on the market for $500,000. And he says to agents, bring me a buyer and I'll pay you 3%. What a lot of homeowners don't realize, Diane, is we're in a service industry, meaning that once we accomplish the thing that they put out there, we've earned our fee. We earn our fee the moment we bring a buyer who's ready, willing, and able to buy the property. Done. Now, what we do in our business, Diane, is we defer our commission to closing. But let's say, hypothetically, he's a for sale by owner. He gets all this activity. He gets two agents who both bring him a full price offer with a buyer. Legally, he now owns two commissions, not one. And if they wanted to, they could put a mechanics lien against the property to make sure that they get paid. This is the drawback in representing yourself. There's a reason why attorneys don't represent themselves, because they have a fool for a client. If you look in the politics between Rudy Giuliani, Michael Cohen, like all these, and I'm only saying these people not to be political at all. It's only because it's so, there's a name recognition with Michael Cohen and Rudy Giuliani. These guys, they're not representing themselves. They're finding themselves in legal hassle, and they have their own attorneys representing them. They could represent themselves, Diane. An attorney can represent themselves, but no, none of them ever would. Why? Because it's a mistake, because you're going to make mistakes. My job is to look outside of your, listen, if I didn't provide some value, there wouldn't be so many deals going through agents. You would be out of the norm doing this yourself. Anyway, so I don't know if that helped you, Diane, but that's my advice.
It does. There were a number of points there that I'll use once I get to talk to him again.
Yeah, just kind of push that he's put himself in legal position, jeopardy by doing that. He doesn't have anybody looking out for his interest, etc. Yep. So, all right, good luck with that, Diane.
Thank you. I'll let you know.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please let me know. Yes.